all proper. So welcome again to the Going Rough Market channel, to the XRP community. Appreciate every and each one among you men for displaying fantastic quantity of affection on an everyday basis. Cannot thanks men sufficient. You understand this is a pretty interesting update of direction. I'm going to proportion as to why I assume this is the case. So you recognize, shout out to Vet for posting this, decentralized identity at the XRP Ledger simply would give and activated a building block for the next steps. Centralized identification, credentials, permission domains, permission decentralized exchanges, and etc. A lot of people absolutely forget about the bigger picture in phrases of the XRP ledger. More people simply cognizance on the local tokens rate. And what if I advised you we've some huge gamers in the enterprise which might be projecting that we are going to simply turn out to be seeing an altcoin season? And what ought to that seem like this time around for XRP? So take a seat again, relax, and experience the show. But before I do that, guys, as always, only a quick disclaimer, something on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So we're looking throughout the board nowadays, as we are obviously on Wednesday. We did see a little bit of a minor pullback as we did start out the day. We nevertheless have approximately a little bit over 24 hours left. Obviously, I assume around 32 hours left until the month of October involves and give up. And there may be nevertheless a high hazard that we absolutely do become seeing an all-time high for Bitcoin. Consider it or no longer. Looking at the broader market, you are obviously seeing some coins seeing a little bit of a minor pullback nowadays due to Bitcoin Pass. You're looking at XRP sitting at 52.4 cents, down approximately 0.7% in USD, and down approximately 0.9% in Bitcoin comparative market cap. Around 29.8 billion inside the 24-hour buying and selling extent at approximately $958.2 million. But it's no longer we're speaking approximately. We're manifestly going to approximate. We're manifestly going to cross a touch bit more into element about some of the things that we want to cow. But first and foremost, permit speak this. Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan says we're going above $100,000 on Bitcoin. He also stated, I might assume an altcoin rally even more so than a Bitcoin rally inside the occasion of a Trump win. As I've said, first and predominant, I recognize numerous people which have their personal attachment to a specific candidate. You can't tell different humans that their votes are not vital. Everyone has the proper to vote for whoever they want. But it's pretty clear underneath whose, while there may be going to be a massive effect of the crypto area because this candidate, which of direction is Donald Trump, has no longer been shy on speak me approximately Bitcoin, on speak me approximately crypto, on making crypto big within the US. So of course, I totally accept as true with the BTCIO due to the fact loads of arguments happening in the crypto area as well. Human beings pronouncing we are now not going to look an altcoin season this time around because of the truth which you are seeing a lot of law coming into play. But I do agree with if Trump wins, we do see Bitcoin hitting an all-time excessive, it cools off a little bit, and you then see that money flowing into altcoins, which quite a few people are anticipating, which potentially should bring an excellent cycle. But with that stated, allow us to take a look at a few different matters. But you recognize, I absolutely trust Bitwise CIO on this specific thing, but of course now this you recognize would possibly have a whole lot of human beings questioning, what if Kamala Harris wins? I nonetheless believe nothing modifications for crypto as an entire of path regulation is going to come into play. We might see no longer an awful lot of excitement. A path due to path this candidate, Donald Trump, is rooting for crypto adoption, but I still assume regulation and clarity is going to come closer to crypto irrespective of who wins. But without a doubt, desire to kind of percentage this unique factor with you guys is pretty thrilling element coming from the CIO of Bitwise. Going further, we are going to come lower back a little bit later on this. You may truly see Ripple associate hashtags on a potential Solana or XRP ETF. Solana and XRP generally tend to benefit the maximum from an open regulatory regime for crypto. And that is what the markets are making a bet on, which of course is Trump. The maximum vital thing is to take a look at the Congress, how the Congress is going to be composed this cycle. So this is why the USA election is so critical coming up. But you understand, talking about a Solana ETF and an XRP ETF and an XRP ETF, if you've been following the channel, we've seen a number of those massive businesses genuinely filing for the likes of Solana. And today, particularly, Canary Capital has filed for a Solana ETF. Why are they doing this? Think about it. Why are they doing this? They're doing this because they understand there may be going to be a number of calls for those belongings. And speaking approximately an altcoin season, which I'm obviously going to kind of speak approximately a little bit on this video, if you're searching at Bitcoin is setting itself up for a brand new all-time excessive. Obviously, we have approximately 2 hours left till the daily candle closes. And if it is able to close all over again above $72,000, projecting we do push toward an all-time high before the close of the month of October. But if the Bitcoin charge does move up into an all-time high, I assume main as much as the election, no matter how it goes, whether or not Trump wins, whether or not Kamala Harris wins, I think the promote the news occasion will honestly take vicinity. With that stated, then I think altcoins could rally this time around due to path, depending on who wins. And if altcoins rally this time around, what you want to recognize is XRP's readability this time around in phrases of broader self-belief is a whole lot extra clean. then it changed into ultimate cycle. Last cycle, it became nonetheless reached a $2 rate point with all that uncertainty. So what makes us think that XRP cannot reach the one's marketplace valuation this time around, if no longer higher in terms of the price? And of root, humans are going to come out and say flow supply is much better, which of root is a valid factor to be making. But I do agree with if the demand, as high as we've visible inside the previous cycle. I'm speaking more than even the remaining cycle. You never understand what can show up with XRP. Honestly, ought to even become retesting better tiers than the previous cycle. So we're manifestly going to hold that factor in mind. Let me know within the remarks down below what you meant, suppose. Do you see an altcoin season actually going on this time around? Do you observe the XRP fee goes to take a large advantage of that? And the maximum vital aspect I want to listen from you men is, do you suspect we do see an amazing cycle? Because super cycle is extremely essential. People are stating that this bull market goes to guide into 2026. I'm no longer buying that even till now. You men realize that in case you comply with the channel from the beginning, I've been stating that I don't think this cycle goes anywhere further than at top, maybe around zone 1, January or February. But of course we want to see how this election goes. And then we may want to see whether or not, or now not, we're going to see a touch little bit of more upside within the cycle and in reality reflect, I think, the second bull market in the crypto space, wherein we saw truly a bull marketplace lasting a whole lot longer. And this time, of course, law is coming in. A lot of massive gamers are coming in. So who is aware of, are they even going to permit the likes of these massive assets tumbling down the manner it has within the past? The panorama is shifting. So is the tremendous cycle certainly coming. Let me recognize within the comments down underneath. And yeah, of course, permit me understand what your personal thoughts are on the US elections and whether or not or no longer you are going to see a massive pullback for the wider market. Thank you a lot for all of your help. Cannot thanks enough to every and each, certainly one of you men. Continue supporting and I will continue to convey out those updates for you guys. We'll see you day after today. It's been Cohen Rough Market and peace out.